And did you have an intimate relationship with him?
Like sexual?
Yeah. Megan, did you have a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez? Yes, that's my question.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Dima Money Music! Guys, Meg Thee Stallion is trending again. Not for her musical talent, but for all the wrong reasons. And I believe it's because Meg Thee Stallion represents a problem that a lot of women have in society today. Being honest with their sexual history. Let's be honest, it's not 1942 or 1982 or even 2002. Women can be more open and honest about their sexual experiences, and we now see it in the music genre, where Meg Thee Stallion actively participates in. She has a lot of songs talking about sex and escapades and booty clapping sounds. There's even a song called WAP, and you could, decipher what that means. So she's very open and honest about her sexuality. But then, why was she not so open about it when it came to the Tory Lanez situation? Rewind! The situation started when Tory Lanez, and her best friend Kelsey was hanging out. And this was in Los Angeles, and of course, Tory Lanez was actually dating her best friend. But on the side, Tory Lanez was sleeping with Meg Thee Stallion. And he wasn't just sleeping with her. It was a lot of booty clapping going on. Booty clapping sounds! And I'm kind of jealous because I wanted to, be able to clap those cheeks, but I'm too broke and ugly. But anyways, you get my drift. Somehow, gunshots started being fired. And Meg Thee Stallion gets shot in the foot. Then Tory Lanez ended up in court, and we thought he was going to get off, but he didn't. And while he was waiting for the trial to happen, and while all this was going to occur, Meg Thee Stallion did that great interview, that classic interview with Gayle King. And Gayle King asked a very interesting question.
And did you have an intimate relationship with him?
Like sexual?
Yeah. Megan, did you have a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez? Yes, that's my question.
I didn't have a sexual relationship with Tory.
So why do you think he's putting out the story that the two of you had a relationship and that you're making the whole thing up?
I think that he is trying to deflect from the fact that he committed a crime.
Seemed like when Gayle King asked that question, Meg Thee Stallion said, "What?" And she was like, "No, I didn't sleep with him."
Stop the cap.
Then famous rappers like 50 Cent got involved, and they started saying that Meg Thee Stallion was lying.
I'm gonna apologize to Megan Thee Stallion. I said some things, and it was because on social media I posted things that when she said she was with Gayle, and she said that were you intimate with Tory Lanez? And she said, what? And then it was like, no. I was like, she lying. Mm-hmm. At that point, I knew she was lying. There wouldn't be no reason for me to be around each other, babe. And then from that, it felt like she was lying to me. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, little things would pop up, and I wasn't being supportive of her at that point.
You were a little more vocal.
Yeah, and the only reason why I felt like, at some point you should apologize, I should apologize to her, is because when I heard the phone conversation, that made me feel like, oh shit. Now I know what happened.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
When the verdict came back and Tory Lanez was put into prison, Meg Thee Stallion rejoiced, and a lot of us, even me, I was like, look, well, it sounds bad. He probably did it, but then Meg Thee Stallion did this.
Yes, I lied to Gayle King. First of all, I didn't know that you even asked me about it. I just always want to talk about this shooting. Why'd you ask me about the story? That's not what this is about. Even if I was, like once, maybe twice on a drunk night, but you kept catching me out of my mind.
So it's interesting because Gayle King responded to Meg Thee Stallion.
Hey, I'm just sitting here minding my own business. People were reaching out to me saying, hey, Gayle, Megan Thee Stallion just called you a bitch. Well, I know you're expecting me, or maybe you're thinking I have something negative to say. I do not. I have nothing but great love and respect for Megan Thee Stallion, cheering her on always. But there's so much bigger things that are happening in the world, like radio today. There's so much to discuss. The election. Segment 2, Halloween, hence the orange and black.
Are you dressed as a today?
Nope, I'm not dressed as a I'm just dressed as Gayle King. But seriously, I got nothing but love for Megan Thee Stallion. I'm nuts about her.
So let me figure this out. Gayle King, who was really so hard historically on black men, didn't have anything to say to Meg Thee Stallion about the fact that Meg Thee Stallion came on her show and lied. Not only did she lie, she referred to Gayle King as the B word. And what Gayle King has to say is, oh, well, I have nothing but love for Meg Thee Stallion and nothing but respect for Meg Thee Stallion. Yet, whenever Gayle King interviews people, especially black men, like R. Kelly or whoever else, she interrogates those men almost to the fact where these guys have to start crying and breaking down. And she doesn't give the same level of understanding to black men that she would give to Meg Thee Stallion when clearly she lied about her sexual escapades. So now the reason is why. Now, if Tory Lanez would have shot her and she said, yes, we had a relationship, it still wouldn't have mattered because, well, he shot her. Whether she's having sex with him or not isn't on trial here. But the fact that she felt like she could lie about it or had to lie about it is the question. And people have been bringing this up. Well, if she would lie about that, what wouldn't she lie about? Like, did Tory Lanez go to jail for the right reason? And this is what guys have to understand. And if you pick up on the drift, then you understand where the culture is going and where situations are going. Women, not just Meg Thee Stallion, are not just limited to Meg Thee Stallion, but some women out there, they know that, hey, I could go out here and tell a lie and it doesn't really matter. And you're not going to look at me any differently. He's already convicted. I can kind of tell the truth and I can get all these sponsors and everything. And I can go on about my life and do what I need to do. And then somebody like Gayle King is going to stay on code and not address the fact that Meg Thee Stallion is a liar and call her out on that buffoonery. This is why men need to be extra careful in today's world when you are dealing with ladies that have the audacity to pull things off like this. It's not even safe at all. You have to understand where the world is right now. There is absolutely nothing that anybody can do to hold Meg Thee Stallion accountable. No company will drop her sponsorship. They will be highly criticized. Nobody cares about Tory Lanez's side of the story. And she can just do that because, hey, well, I just felt like I needed to lie and I didn't want everybody to know that I was messing with him, but I'm going to admit it on public television and it gets out and it doesn't even matter because he's already in jail and it's already happened. So what was Tory Lanez guilty of? Messing with somebody who was basically shady. And this is what guys are going to have to understand. Laws are not going to be fair for you. They never have and they never will. And so you guys have to act accordingly. And if you don't, you might be dealing with a situation where somebody can lie on you and there's literally nothing that they can do about it or you can do about it. And it's okay. Now, just imagine if it's somebody like me or you who doesn't have the money that Tory Lanez have, or who doesn't have the opportunity, or who doesn't have the lawyers. We can't fight this. We're gone forever. And that's all. You know, like that's your situation that you'll be living in. So you got to be smart. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy Shady Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.